Wait, is that a runway? On top of a mountain? It genuinely is. 7 mountains stood here 6 years ago. That same spot is now an airport. And that runway ends at a cliff. 1,200 meters straight down into the gorge. Left, 7 peaks in 2013. Right, a runway in 2020. Same mountain, gone. That blast, 18 charges, 80-meter dust cloud, every single day, 4 years. Cloud, cloud, cloud. Then a mountaintop runway appears right in your face.
I am standing on a mountain that 800 machines are currently removing. Right now.
Before this airport, 5 hours by road, after 45 minutes. That is the story. You are looking at it. 5 hours of this, every patient, every student, every time. One of Earth's great gorges, and almost nobody could actually reach it before this. 6 million tourists a year. The road was blocking 10 million more every year. They evaluated every ridge in Wushan County. Only Taohua Mountain could work. $252 million to remove a mountain. Someone ran the numbers and said yes. The mountain looked completely solid. Inside, 40 hidden caves. Nobody knew yet. Cave 23, 12 meters wide, 7 meters high, right where the runway goes.
This rock is 100 million years old. In 12 months, they start blowing it apart.
Week 1, an empty mountain. Week 7, the first blast fires on the mountain. April 20th, 2015. 1 button, 1 blast. 4 years of work begin today. No road up the mountain means no demolition, so they cut the road first. 78 meters of solid mountain above the runway line. Red paint shows where it ends. 180 holes loaded with explosive. The mountain does not know what is coming. 18,000 cubic meters of mountain. 2 seconds. The demolition has begun. 45,000 cubic meters per day from 1 peak. 6 more peaks are watching. Day 1. 2 meters of fill in a 45-meter valley. 43 meters remaining.
I am holding peak 1. In 4 years, this exact rock is under the runway.
The crushed mountain becomes the runway, broken down, then built right back up. 3 shifts, 24 hours, 365 days. The mountain never went dark for 4 years. Every layer compacted, tested, approved before the next one goes on top. 40 centimeters of ground dropped overnight. A cave the original survey missed completely. 380 cubic meters of concrete into 1 cave. 39 more caves still out there. 3 mountains being demolished at the same time. The ridge changes every week. Under the runway, 340 concrete piles going 67 meters to bedrock. Invisible. A 7-ton steel cage dropped 67 meters down. 339 more exactly like it to go.
67 meters to bedrock under my feet. The pile holds what the fill alone cannot.
18 meters wide, 8 meters high, 28 meters under the fill. The biggest cave yet.
Evacuate the zone now!
72 hours of grouting through the night. The instruments showed it working.
20 cubic meters.
People in the valley watched their skyline disappear, week by week. 2 years. 1 peak alone, 2.8 million cubic meters removed, more than the Hoover Dam concrete. Drill, blast, excavate, 365 days a year, 4 years, never a day off. Cave 40, the last one. 40 found, 40 filled solid, not one missed. Week 1, valley floor. Week 20, full. A 45-meter valley completely gone. The last mountain, 71 meters above the runway, still standing. not for long.
6 peaks gone, 1 remaining. I am standing in what used to be 7 mountains.
Visible from 15 kilometers away, the very last peak starts falling today. First time from the air, it actually looks like an airport, just flat rock. But still, extra weight piled on top squeezes the fill down before the runway is built. "28 millimeters maximum deviation across 4.5 kilometers. The platform is perfectly flat. 280 sensors buried under this runway watch it move, every day, forever. The crushed mountain becomes the runway foundation, broken down, built right back. 400 meters of concrete base course per day. The runway starts to exist. Custom concrete for 300 freeze-thaw cycles. The runway surface finally exists. These tiny grooves stop aircraft before the cliff edge. Just these grooves.
I am walking on a runway that was 7 mountains. The concrete is still new.
-8 degrees. Runway concrete poured under insulation blankets at midnight. 1,573 meters of joint sealed by hand. Water in means cracking. No shortcuts. 90 meters of crushable concrete between an overrunning aircraft and the cliff. First time the runway lights turned on, people in the valley stopped and stared. Without the ILS, this airport works half the time. At Wushan, that is unacceptable. Designed for 120 kilometers per hour winds. Nothing on this ridge is sheltered from anything. Month 1, foundation pads. Month 4, a terminal building facing the mountains. 5 aircraft stands in the smallest possible footprint. Every meter was precious.
From this window, passengers will see the scale of what we've built. It truly connects us to this rugged landscape.
Named after the goddess Peak, built by demolishing the mountain she lived on. Jet fuel arrives by road tanker every 3 days. That is the reality here. 5 centimeters of snow, -8 degrees. Runway cleared in 38 minutes, required 60. 1,200 millimeters of rain per year on a mountain. Drainage matters as much as concrete. 45 people run this airport. Smallest 4C team in China. They know what that means. Stopped with 700 meters to spare. That gap stands between success and the gorge. The inspector walked to the cliff edge, looked down at the gorge, wrote one word: pass.
Tomorrow, the first passengers land on a runway that simply did not exist 4 years ago.
Every system on, every signature collected. 1 week to the first passengers. A carrier is 333 meters. This runway is 2,600. The Sky aircraft carrier fits perfectly. The runway looks flat. It is not. The mountain forced a final compromise. Under this runway is a hidden room. Engineers inspect it to confirm it holds. Some days clouds sit below the runway. The cloud airport earns that name literally. 40 million cubic meters, 15 Great Pyramids worth, 800 machines, 4 years, done. Runway 24 painted at the cliff edge. The airport is physically complete, done.
I walked this runway when it was still a mountain. Now look at it.
Missed approach, climbing right turn immediately. The mountain is right ahead on go-around, empty terminal. Tomorrow's flight on the board. The first passengers are almost here. Pilots see the 12 peaks on every approach. The airport is named after one. Under your feet, 340 piles, 280 sensors, 40 grouted caves, all invisible, working. The grandmother watched the mountain disappear for years. Tomorrow she can fly from it. Workers who demolished this mountain cried at the opening. That says everything. 280 sensors, all tracking as designed. 4 years confirmed correct in one graph. The drills are back. 400 more meters needed. Same mountain, same method, again. 3 more caves in the extension zone. Found them, grouted them, carried on.
4 years, 7 mountains, 2,000 people. And tomorrow it opens. Finally tomorrow.
First pilot landed, walked to the empty terminal, looked at the gorge, left.
They deleted 7 mountains to build a runway in the sky. To jump to the next impossible mega project with me, hit subscribe.